Hello everybody, this is St Charts. It's Friday evening, 15th of November 2024. Probably post this up on Saturday. We're going to start with gold. And this one, we said that we thought we were going to hit this blue box zone here, which we have at 2,723. And we've had a massive pullback, haven't we, there so far? But for me, I think we're still going to see more upside, but I think this corrective move could take a little while to unfold, sort of something like this, and then that, and then down, and then back up. So it's going to be interesting one to see how that unfolds. But for me, it's sit, wait, and wait for a good setup before making an entry. Next one we're going to do is silver, and this one hasn't played out very nicely, but silver never does that. For me, I'm still hopeful of the hitting this blue box here at 36 to 41, but it's fallen down a bit. I think there's still some more upside in that, but see how that one plays out. So that's silver. Next one I'm going to do is the FTSE, and for me, we've had a bit of a turbulent couple of days, haven't we? But for me, I still favour more downside, and I think we're going to hit this red box zone here at 7,858. But we'll wait and see what happens in the short term with that one. So see how that plays out. Next one we're going to do is the Nasdaq, and this one so far today is having a pretty bad day, and everybody will say, "Oh God, no idea why," blah blah blah. But for us, I mean, we called it back here. It said that we were going to head up to 20,948 to 21,631, which it did, and it's making a pullback. It's just making a correction. So it's one now that I'm just waiting to see what happens in the short term, and probably we're going to get more upside, to be honest. So I think this is just playing out from this move here, which is, as we said, this blue box, and it's just making a bit of a corrective move. So for me, nothing to worry about. Next one I'm going to do is MACD, and this one's had an awful week, hasn't it? It's not played out at all very nicely. And for me, the worst thing is I've got my mum's money in there, so it's even worse. Should have taken it out, but couldn't because I'm with AJ Bell, and it's a flipping nightmare with this constant one-time code. Anyway, but for me, I've got a blue box zone there at 1.62 to 1.27, and as you see, it's sort of fallen into it, and it's sort of bounced back out or trying. For me, hopefully we can, sort of make a bit more corrective and hopefully come and fill this gap at 246. But wait and see how that one plays out. But yeah, MACD, not dropping the best in news, are they? But fingers crossed, we can have a bit more upside in the coming sessions. ECO is my next one, and this one for me, I think we're going to be heading down to 8.72 pence. That's where I think, down to 8.72. I think we need to hold above sort of 7.8, but I think that's where we're going to be heading short term, and then we should see a nice bounce to the upside. So if we can go down to there, and then we could get it at least a couple of ways higher, probably it's sort of 13, 14 pence, something like that. So Echo, one to keep an eye on. ATM is my next one. And this one we called absolutely amazing, and just get rid of that there. But for me, I called this, I think online I've called it about 3.75 pence, and for me it's fallen down. I thought we were going to hold in this blue box zone here at 293 to 272. It hasn't, and as you see there, it's sort of closed at 245 today, but we've got a bit of divergence here on the RSI, so fingers crossed this is sort of a completed structure down here. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 and a 5, and hopefully we can get some bounce to the upside. Hopefully the bulls can step in, but for me that's a long-term reversal zone, and should do really well, I think, short term or sort of medium term, and I've got a much bigger long-term target. Get rid of that there, sorry, here at 10.95 to 13.2. So I think it looks really good. And just flip to the tin chart, and tin for me is looking really good. I think that, we could be heading up to sort of 46.9 to 51 level. If we can break that to 49.5, we should be heading into sort of 54.6 to 64.8. So, ATM, fingers crossed that can have a reverse of fortunes. There we go. Next one I'm going to do is MSMN. And this one, we said we gave last week, we gave this blue box just above the blue box. And indeed, this week we've had a better week. It's sort of spiked up a little bit. But for me, I think, we could see trading at sort of 0.06. And then longer term, I think shorter term, hopefully, we can see sort of trading up and break this price high and head up to this 0.10 to 0.12 pence level. So fingers crossed. GKP is my next one. And this one here, I think I covered off. We gave a timing and a box there, which was absolutely spot on. And it wasn't a fake out. I was a bit suspect. Thought there might be a fake out on this spike up here, but it's not. Today we've closed above, and for me, we should be heading to 179 to 198.4 pence. So plenty of trades to be had in GKP. One to take a look at. Next one to do is Cornish Metals. We did an interview with them, so you can find that on our homepage. There's a link to it. But for me, if this is kind of around the bottom here, hopefully, break this prior high at 9.98, which we gave that target a long while back at sort of 6 pence. We hit that. And for me, hopefully we can sort of make our way up and head up to this red box zone here at 12.25 to 13.55. So I think it's about 60-70% return. So Cornish Metals, another very good one, worth a look. FRG is my next one. And if I can just get that there, let's just use my mouse because my fingers aren't working. So this one, I gave the red box zone here, and indeed we've sort of gone into that and we've broken out. For me, I actually think, just get rid of my prior thing there. This is how I see this one playing out. I think that we're going to sort of have a bit more upside, probably hit sort of 7 to 8 pence level. Bit of a consolidation before we head up. Oh gosh, sorry about that. And then hopefully we can head up to this 13.4 to 16.2 level, which is really sort of the IPO price. So for me, I think there's a lot more upside in FRG over the coming sessions. It's looking pretty good. So for me, next target sort of 7.5 to 7 pence, and then take it from there. But it could be a very rapid rise, I think, but see how it goes. Next one I'm going to do is GGP, and this one here, we gave a red box zone sort of around 6p, I think it was, and indeed we've fallen into it and sort of outside, just fallen below, but it's held a support today. And for me, there's one to sit and wait and see what happens. But, if it can break out, then probably 8.5 to 9.5 pence is where that might be heading sort of for its next run. But obviously, it's had a massive, massive dilution. So, there's always going to be a lot of sellers in that with £250 million worth of new capital. But there you go. And obviously, gold price isn't helping. But there you go. Sorry, Cornish Metals. Let's go. PXEN is my next one. And this one here, we gave the timing, which was kind of spot on. You sort of touch back down to it just before it's taking a bounce. And for me, where I'd expect this to be heading is 9.5 to 10.7 pence. But obviously it needs to sort of hold above 8.5 to make that happen. There we go. AXL is my next one, and this is another one we gave a blue box reversal zone sort of up here, and indeed it fell into it. And for me, I think that hopefully this bottom of the box can hold 21.7, and if we can break this prior high here about 33 pence, hold above that, should give us 37.2 to 41.1 pence. So a potential bagger in AXL, and hopefully that area there can hold a support, and we can see the bulls step in. Next we're going to do is YCA, because I haven't covered that off for a little while. And for me, it's had an absolutely fantastic day. This blue box here is absolutely held as support. It's bounced, as we said before. We gave the sort of blue box reversal zone back here. It fell into it and it's had a bounce to the upside. And for me, this should be a red box, sorry. But, I think, if we can keep the buying pressure going, we should be heading to 650 to 687 pence. So that's YCA. Next, what we're going to do is Clean Tech Lithium. And this one here is within a blue box reversal zone, and hopefully, if we can break out above that, so that's 11.56 to 7.85. If we can break out of that blue box zone there, we should be heading up to sort of 21.3 to 24.5 pence, in my opinion. So you're looking rather nice in returns, as long as it can break out of that blue box. Next one I'm going to do is CNR, and just get that up. CNR is one which we gave the blue box reversal zone there, and today it's popped his head out, so that's looking really good. And for me, sort of the next bull's target there would be 43.5 to 49.9. So that's a potential 1 to 1.5 bags. There we go. So that's CNR, worth a look. Next one I'm going to do is SAE. And lose my voice, but doesn't matter. Right, so this one here we gave the 1.7 to 1.4 as blue box reversal zone. That's definitely holding support, so that's looking really good. For me, sort of hold and break above 2.95 should give us 3.97 to 4.63 pence. So SAE. Next one I'm going to do is TYM, and this one here is that blue box is definitely holding support again, and as I say, another one where hopefully we can break up above that, sort of hold above probably about 0.14 pence. Should give us 0.1725 to 0.1990. So TYM, worth a look. Next one I'm going to do is DGI, and this one here is where we gave the blue box reversal zone down there, which was absolutely spot on at 0.6 pence basically. And for me, I think we're going to be heading up to this red box zone here at 0.0926 to 0.1015. So DGI looking good, and great call from us. Next one I'm going to do is Sunder, and this one here, I got the wrong one. SNDA. There we go. For me, it's actually gone outside my timing zone, but we're sort of moving sideways, so to be expected. But for me, can drop the right news. I think that this is looking a pretty good entry point. And for me, if they can drop that right news, I think we're going to be heading up to this red box zone here, my initial one at 0.15 to 0.178. So that's Sunder looking good if it can hold above there. PANR is my next one. And this is one which we gave back here at about sort of 16 pence. Said it was going to be headed up to this red box zone at 24.7 to 27.45, which is done. It's then sort of hit another blue box. But for me, if it can break above there, then hopefully we can see a lot more upside here and probably head up to sort of this prior high, hold above that at 40 pence. Should give us this red box zone here at 45.5 to 53.4. So that's PANR looking rather nice, and a great call again. POW is my next one. And this is another one where we gave a blue box reversal zone, sort of gave it up here, and indeed that was absolutely spot on. It's bouncing its head, a pretty good candle today, and for me, if they can drop the right news, I don't see why it can't be traded up to 22.5 to 24.9 pence, but obviously it's not going to go in a straight line. Next one I'm going to do is ANGS, because I don't know whether I've covered this one off actually, but I had a blue box reversal zone here, which is a long-term reversal zone, so pretty good at 0.43 to 0.1985, and it's trying to break out of that blue box zone there, and if it can do that, I do have a longer-term target. I don't, but sort of 1 pence is 1.5 bags, isn't it? So ANG's worth a look. I have no idea what the company is all about, but worth doing some research. And the last one I'm going to do is THG. and just get that up. So, excuse me, this was one that we gave the blue box reversal zone up here, I think it was. Said, you know, we're looking for 47.5 down to 30.5 pence. But I thought that this the 40.5 pence would be where we'll see the reversal. And we're almost there. So for me, you know, looking pretty good, possibly for a reversal trade from around this level. So another one to take a look at. And that's me for today. Have a great weekend, everybody. See you again soon.